Good morning, everybody. It's Coach Ted here. Glad to be here with you another day. Little rush this morning, just came back from a networking event. So this week I'm talking about the secrets of the ADHD brain. I'm basically going through an article written by Dr. William Dodson, who's a specialist in this arena. And yesterday was talking about, what you don't know about ADHD can change your life. And I talked about the ADHD zone. And today I'm going to start by talking about, and I am pretty much reading this article, I apologize for that, how the rest of the world functions. How do they differ from us? And so we call those that sort of 90% of the world that's not ADHD neurotypicals. Not normal, neurotypical. They have a typical neurology. We have a part of a diverse neurology. So it's not that they're normal or better. Their neurology is accepted and endorsed by the world. So for people with a neurotypical nervous system, being interested in the task or challenged or finding the task novel or urgent is helpful, but is not a prerequisite for doing it, as it is with those of us with ADHD. Neurotypical people use three different factors to decide what to do, how to get started on it, and to stick with it until it is completed, something that is a big challenge for us. One is the concept of importance. They think they should get it done. Two, the concept of secondary importance. They're motivated by the fact that basically somebody else thinks the task is important to tackle and to complete. Parents, boss, teacher, etc. And the concept of rewards for doing a task and consequences or punishment for not doing it. So a person with an ADHD nervous system has never been able to use the factor of the idea of importance or rewards to start or do a task. They know that's important, they like rewards, and they don't like punishment. But for them, us, the things that motivate the rest of the world are merely nags. The inability to use importance and rewards for motivators has lifelong impact on the lives of people with ADHD. Excuse me. My little runny nose again this morning. I'm sorry. Hi, Barb. Excuse me. Welcome. So, how can those diagnosed with ADHD choose between multiple options? They can't use the concepts of importance and financial rewards to motivate them. And how can they make major decisions if the concepts of importance and rewards are neither helpful in making decision nor motivation to do what they choose? Those are important questions. This understanding explains why none of the cognitive and behavioral therapies used to manage ADHD symptoms have a lasting benefit. He says, researchers view ADHD as stemming from a defective or deficit-based nervous system, attention deficit disorder. I see ADHD stemming from a nervous system that works perfectly well by its own set of rules. Unfortunately, it does not work by any of the rules or techniques taught or encouraged in a neurotypical world. That's why students with ADHD do not fit the standard school system, which is built on repeating what someone else thinks is important and relevant. Adults with ADHD do not flourish in the standard job that pays people to work on what someone else, namely the boss, thinks is important. People with ADHD are disorganized because just about every organizational system out there is built on two things, prioritization and time management, that ADDers do not do well. And people with ADHD have a hard time choosing between alternatives because everything is the same lack of importance. To them, us, all the alternatives look the same. People with an ADHD nervous system know that if they get engaged with a task, they can do it. Far from being damaged goods, people with an ADHD nervous system are bright and clever. The main problem is that they were given a neurotypical owner's manual at birth. It works for everyone else, but not for them. Excuse me, I think I have a glass of water. Ah, that's weird. Glass of water here behind the laptop. So the next section is called Don't Turn Us into Neurotypicals. So he says a therapeutic or coaching approach that has a chance of working when nothing else has should have two pieces. One, level the neurological field with medication. So the individual with ADHD has the attention span, impulse control, and ability to be calm inside. But medication is not enough. A person can take the right medication at the right dose, but nothing will change if he still approaches tasks with neurotypical strategies. The second piece of ADHD symptom management is to have an individual create his own ADHD owner's manual. The generic owner's manuals that have been written have been disappointing for people with ADHD. Like everyone else, those with ADHD grow and mature. Oh, hi, Liam. Welcome. Like everyone else, those with ADHD grow and mature over time. What interests and challenges someone at 7 years old will not interest and challenge him at 27. So Dr. Dotson suggests write your own rules. The ADHD owner's manual has to be based on current successes. How do you get in the zone now? That hyper-focus zone. Rather than focus on where you fall short, you need to identify how you get into the zone and function at remarkable levels. I usually suggest my patient carry around a notepad or a tape recorder for a month to write down or explain how they get in the zone. This is really important stuff I'm reading right now. It's a way of discovering, as you said, write your own owner's manual. Is it because they're intrigued? If so, what specifically in the task or situation intrigues them? Is it because they feel competitive? If so, what in the opponent or situation brings up the competitive juices? And at the end of the month, most people have compiled 50 or 60 different techniques they know work for them. When called on to perform and become engaged, they now understand how their nervous system works and which techniques are helpful. He says, I've seen these strategies work for many people with ADHD because they step back and figure out the triggers that they need to pull. This approach does not try to change people with an ADHD nervous system into neurotypical people, as if that were possible, but gives lifelong help because it builds on their strengths. So that's the end of this section. I think that write your own rules is an interesting concept. It's something I'm looking into quite a bit to see how I can use that to help my clients. So it's 9:42. Time to wrap this up. So thanks for being here. Couple of things, 3 things I want to remind those of you or tell those of you who are new to to Coffee with Coach Ted and are not familiar with my Live Fully with ADHD Facebook group, that exists. A little over 200 people in it, posting every day, talking about their challenges, their successes, supporting each other. Please check us out and join if it seems right for you. There will be a link below this video as soon as I get off this camera. 2, if you have any questions or comments about what I've shared today or anything else, please post it in a comment. If it's a topic you'd like me to talk about in a future Coffee with Coach Ted, please share that. If you'd like to connect with me further, please type in #connect in a comment, and I'll get in touch with you by private message. And lastly, if you're watching this as replay, please type in #replay so I know you are here. And I love your comments and questions. Absolutely. So, wow, Barb asked, why meds versus brain nutrition? I think that's not a short topic, and actually not one that I'm expert at, but something I can look into. So thanks for being here today, or thanks for watching. Tomorrow I will be continuing through this article, and the topic for tomorrow is truths about the ADHD nervous system, an explanation finally of why we react the way we do. So I look forward to having you with me, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, same time, same station. Talk to you then. Bye-bye.